5 weeks ago, Grimsby Town lifted the auto windscreen shield on their first ever visit to Wembley. Thanks to Kevin Donovan's late winner against Fulham, Alan Buckley's men are back at the Twin Towers again.
The lads have been marvellous. I mean, you just can't put it into words. I'll have to retire now. You just can't better it, can you?
Northampton came back from being 3-1 down in their semi-final to reach the playoffs for the second year on the trot. Wembley is the venue for the nationwide Division 2 playoffs. It's Grimsby Town versus Northampton Town. Hello and welcome to your match. Now, whether you love them or you hate them, you have to admit that playoffs add a certain bit of drama or excitement to the end of a long, hard season. At stake, a place in Division 1 for the winners today. For the losers, it's back to the drawing board. So nervous times for all concerned, but for the thousands of Grimsby fans who've made the long trek down, the result is a foregone conclusion.
Well, you've got to give them a little bit of credit. I'll go for 3-1. And Jack Lester is going to get one of them.
Oh, we're going to win. Still from 3-0.
3-1 to Grimsby.
Will they be right? Well, we'll know sooner or later. It's time to join your commentary team, Peterborough's manager Barry Fry, but first, John Helm.
Over 20,000 Grimsby fans have made the return journey, but they're still outnumbered 2-1 in a record crowd for the second division playoff final, expected to be well over 62,000. It's incredible that Grimsby should be making this most famous walk in football again, having gone 120 years without a single visit to the Twin Towers. Northampton beat Grimsby only a few weeks ago. Against that, the Mariners won the previous meeting at Blundell Park. Today's game promises to be very close. Well, so to the team news, no surprises from Alan Buckley. The only difference in personnel to the side that won the auto windscreen shield is in attack. Jack Lester, who was suspended that day, is preferred to Darrell Clare. Northampton are a big physical side, containing plenty of six-footers and several with Yorkshire links. Ian Sampson started his career at Gould Town. Ray Warburton joined the club from York City, and Colin Hill was a stalwart in Sheffield United's defence for many years. Wayne Burnett has very happy memories of Wembley Stadium. He scored the golden goal that won the auto windscreen final against Bournemouth here only 5 weeks ago. Barry, it really is down to the attitude of the players now, but it's amazing to think a whole season's work is encapsulated in the next 90 minutes.
Yeah, but it's fantastic for both clubs, directors, players and officials, and of course the fans to be here on such a wonderful occasion. And the atmosphere's electric, it's unbelievable.
And unbelievable to think this is Grimsby Town's 68th match of the season. 46 league matches, and well, I think we can call this a cup tie, their 22nd non-league match.
Yeah, they've done really marvellous in cup competitions as well as the league this season.
And if you'd have told Alan Buckley at the start of this season that he'd go to Wembley twice this year, I think he'd have thought you were kidding. Chance here for David Smith, and can't quite get onto the attempted return ball from Leicester. So this is Peer for Northampton, and then Gale. That might have been a foul. I think it was. Referee Heilbron saw it that way too. Lever on Gale, and those are, well, both about 6'4".
That's right, no contest. Talking about ex-Birmingham players, of course, David Smith as well. Grimsby signing from West Brom. Started off with Coventry and then went to Birmingham City as well. So there's half a dozen players on there that's played for Birmingham City.
Hill's going to knock this one up with Gale an obvious target. Calmly away by Burnett, and then a bit of a mix-up there with Donovan not getting the ball clear. So Northampton try and set up Peer. And almost a misjudgment by Frayne on the bounce of the ball on this Wembley turf. The players both had a good look at it before the game. It's seen a lot of football recently. Gallimore. It's a good take by Leicester. Digging in hard on him was Frayne. Still Smith for Grimsby with the corner kick.
First corner of the game, yeah. Another good build-up by Grimsby, got down the left side, and Smithy's cross was blocked for a corner.
Well, it's the signal for Mark Lever for one to be in there. It's already been taken. And played back by Donovan. The cross looks dangerous too. Groves was coming. This is Burnett. He knows the way to goal on this ground. And it's hacked out by Frayne. But it's going to come back again. Smith. Donovan, who's switched to the left flank. Got good footwork, Kevin Donovan. Square of him is Burnett. Joining in this time McDermott. Good play this from Grimsby. Plenty of options here. Groves, and over the top it sails. But the first real opening of this match, and Paul Groves, a man who's notched nearly 100 goals in his career with the first shot.
Yeah, very experienced player. He's brought it down on his chest and snatched at it a little bit, but great build-up from Grimsby.
Burnett again in positively. Donovan. I think he's getting to like this place. You get the feeling he's very much at home on the ground, is Donovan. Leicester now, his first appearance here. Takes on Frayne. He's done well, Leicester, and we look to get a corner out of this. And he's still there. So the referee says an indiscretion. Might have handled the ball while it was down on the ground.
Yeah, but he's not afraid to take the defenders on, and that caused people a problem. He's the youngest player on the Grimsby side. He looks very lively, and like I say, he wants to take players on, which is great. He's just handballed it there.
Jack Leicester with 9 goals this season, including a hat-trick against Oldham Athletic. Lever wins it well. Looked forward by Hunt. Turned by Burnett. But not a good ball play by him. It went directly to Freestone. So Clarkston. In here comes Big John Gale. And it's still there, Gale. And it's left for Freestone, who scuffs the shot across the penalty area. But just a hint there of the problems posed by this huge man, Gale.
That's right. A good ball by Clarkson, first time down the middle. 2 cent Gale, he brought it down, bubbled away, and then Freestone's got it, but poor shot really. He's a big handful, John Gale, that's for sure.
Clarkson long, well covered Lever. Oh, and Gale's won this one well. I fancy he's played it too close to the Grimsby goalkeeper, Davison.
Yeah, that's not his strength, his passing ability.
He's a crowd pleaser though, John Gale. And we have seen him score 1 or 2 goals in his time.
Yeah, he got 2 vital goals here for Birmingham in the...
You're going to say Zenith Data or something.
Whatever it is.
Donovan for Grimsby. Good touch in field. Burnett as well at holding off his marker there, Hunt. Leicester just got a tackle in, which meant that Warburton had to play the ball directly out, so Grimsby throw in, and neither side claiming an edge as yet. Smith will seek to play this one in for Nogan and then take the back heel. Lovely piece of play, and Donovan was homing in on goal there. The cross didn't reach him. And that's where Grimsby are very adept. They're comfortable on the ball, as Barry Fry said. Handyside's going to go for goal, and he unleashed a shot there, did Peter Handyside, that flew foot maybe 18 inches over the top of the Northampton bar. What a worthy attempt for a defender.
He done well. I mean, his shoulder player then kept coming forward and hit a good strike really. Weren't far off. But just before that, David Smith done ever so well outside left. But here he comes with a shot. It's a long way out. He struck it well, but it's just over the bar.
You've got to go back to August 1996 for the only goal of his career against Tranmere Rovers. That would have been a collector's item. There he is now doing some good defending as well. Well, when they played here 5 weeks ago in the Auto Windscreen Shield, Grimsby started quite well and then suddenly found themselves a goal down to Bournemouth. So, although they're probably having the better of the play at the moment, there's still nothing in the match.
No, nothing at all. The two previous games was very close. I think Grimsby won 1-0 and then they lost at Northampton 2-1. And it looks, although they're contrasting styles, it'll be very close.
Well, this certainly is a chance for Northampton.
This is where Frane's very dangerous with his delivery into the box.
And they've 4 big men in there. Sampson, Heggs, Gale, Freestone, all ready and waiting, and it's Davison who claims it. Good catch from the goalkeeper, who's not as tall as the aforementioned 4 Northampton players. No,
but here we go, Franey, good ball in, but the keeper's done ever so well to come out, collect the ball.
He was positive, as you've got to be. Now it's Burnett. Oh, what a chance here, Donovan, round the goalkeeper, he must score surely, Donovan, for Grimsby Town, a goal from nothing really, and it's Grimsby 1, Northampton 0.
Well, it was a mistake really on the edge of the box by one of the Northampton defenders, but didn't Kevin Donovan do well, kept his cool, here we go, missed the ball, there he is, going to shoot, no, he's going to take it around the keeper, steadies himself. And that's 3 times Grimsby's played Northampton and 3 times Kevin Donovan scored. Well done.
17 minutes gone. It's the goal the Mariners were wanting, and it'll certainly settle them down. And Donovan, who else? His 21st goal of this season, and he struck it so sweetly. There's the reaction on the bench. Grimsby in front for Alan Buckley. And Kevin Donovan just can do no wrong this season. It's the best of his career. Remember, he scored at Wembley when West Brom won a playoff final here against Port Vale 5 years ago. And as Barry Fry said, he scored in both games in the league this season against Northampton. Well, Ian Atkins with a bit of thinking to do on that touchline. Play from Heggs, and he's run out of it, and to Grimsby's fury, referee Heilbron says free kick. Did well there, technically he did very well, Heggs.
Yeah, Heggs, good skill, he's got it here, close control, 2 or 3 Grimsby players, he goes to take them on and gets fouled.
Free kick already taken, and space made down the left for Frame. He can deliver a cross here, but it was a poor one. And it still yielded a corner because it sliced away off Burnett's boot.
Yeah, and Grimsby won't want to give too many corners away, but in saying that, Davison's dealt very well so far with anything into the box. He's come in and relieved his defenders by taking the ball.
26 minutes played, Northampton Town's corner. Frayne, the set piece master. This is beyond Davison, so it's nodded down into the area. Freestone turns on it and hooks it wide, but he's had a couple of chances in the last 2 minutes and not been able to take either.
That's right, again a corner that caused them problems. They've got up, they've headed it. I thought he'd try another overhead kick, but he's turned there and miscued his shot. But a little bit of panic.
Warburton's down injured at the moment, and just hobbling, which might be a problem for him, especially as he's trying to get back now as Grimsby move menacingly forward with Donovan. He goes for the return, and it's too long.
Yeah, not enough room there to play that 1-2, but first time Donovan's really got the ball since he scored the goal, and that must have been 10 minutes ago.
He looks a class act though, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. When you anticipate something happening when he gets the ball. Here's a goal, kept his cool, done ever so well.
Because he's got good footwork,
yeah.
That's why he's
a lot of players would have shot first time, even second time, but not Kevin. He's kept his cool and put it in the back of the net.
See, they're in possession of the football again and holding it well. Making the ball do the work, is the old phrase, isn't it?
They keep the ball, keep possession, they're all comfortable in it. Mind you, in saying that, fatal in it, they lose it.
Gallimore lost it badly. Heggs now for Northampton. And a fair tackle by Handyside, excellent defending from him. But Northampton are with it again, and with Hunt now, James Hunt. Frayne. Gale's already up there to be aimed at. And Heggs knows that, I'm sure. And he'll try and drift that one into John Gale, who's up for it. Groves with time and couldn't get it away. Hunt into the area, and a free kick's going to be given right on the edge, I fancy, here.
Indirect free kick.
Yeah, indirect. The arm raised from referee Heilbron to signal that, and potentially a very dangerous moment this for Grimsby Town.
That's what they're good at, Northampton, just helping it on, competing for every ball, battling. They make things happen, and these dead ball situations have brought them a lot of goals.
We don't often see indirect free kicks, but obstruction was the decision against Lever. Now then, what a chance here for Northampton to get an equaliser. Hunt is alongside Frayne. Here is the one standing by the ball, the tallest one in the picture. A critical moment in the match, you feel, this one?
Yeah, he'll play it and stop it, and Frayne will bend it in the far corner, I think, or try to.
It's a key moment as this one, and it's Frayne, and he didn't get it through. He got no loft on it.
No, he didn't, but the Grimsby lads done well. They attacked the ball straight away.
There's still danger imminent from this thrown by Clarkson, though. And Warburton up for it inevitably. Then Clarkson does get a cross ball in, and a clattering of bodies there. It's out to Peer, who drills it in low. Oh, good anticipation by Gallimore, who suddenly opened his legs and the ball ran through and out for the goal kick.
Yeah, very cool at a vital stage, because there's no doubt about it. Fair play to Northampton. Since they've conceded that goal, they've really threw everything at Grimsby, and Grimsby have done very, very well, but they've had some anxious moments in that penalty area.
Well, Alan Buckley and John Cockrell. John Cockrell's mind will go back 7 years to the day he struck 2 goals against Exeter City to win Grimsby promotion. They didn't need playoffs that year.
No. What about Alan Buckley? What a fantastic season he's had. Going back to Grimsby, where he was very successful before. Delighted for him.
I think you go back to non-league days with him as well.
We do, when he was at Kettering, yeah.
Now then, Leicester here to run and to get a cross in. Hill concedes the corner.
Leicester's impressed me. I haven't seen much of him, but I like the way he takes defenders on and commits them. And he's very mobile, hard to mark.
Up comes Lever. He'll try and unsettle Woodman in there. Well, this would be important. If Grimsby got a second goal before half-time, it would be a real blow. And it's McDermott to play that one across. And it was Groves who got in with the header, but angle it across goal and out of play. But he does get into good scoring positions, Paul Groves.
Yeah, he does. He makes some great runs from midfield, scored some vital goals from midfield for Grimsby and for all his clubs in actual fact.
92 in all, 92 goals, good record. And we've now played 45 minutes. Groves will hoof that ball long and say to Smith, go and chase that one. To no avail. Well, David Smith, he scored on his debut against Brentford and scored in the playoffs too at Fulham. A vital goal, and the most important of his career probably.
It's a lovely lad, David Smith, as well. I had him for a short period at Birmingham. He deserves all the success he's getting now.
Well, those Grimsby fans are rather happy at the moment. Their side is leading. They're looking forward to their half-time drink of whatever it might be. There's a few seconds to go yet, probably. Referee Heilbron having a look at the watch. And Gallymore's going to get it up towards halfway, and that is half-time. Your impressions on the first 45 minutes, which saw Kevin Donovan strike the only goal, Barry?
Yeah, I mean, Grimsby started very well. He dived in there, missed it, but Kevin Donovan's kept his cool here, had 2 or 3 touches, put it in the empty net. Excellent. Grimsby started well, deserved to go in front. Since then, Northampton's had the better of the play.
But at half-time, the only important fact is that the score at Wembley is Grimsby Town 1, Northampton Town 0. So we could know within the next 45 minutes whether or not Grimsby Town are going to win back the First Division place they lost at the end of last season when they were relegated. I say could because, of course, we could have 30 minutes of extra time and penalties today. No golden goals, by the way. We get extra time and penalties today. And it's Northampton first. And I'm sure that Ian Atkins will have stoked them up during his half-time chat. No changes of personnel on either side for the second half. Here and then Clarkson. And the dangerous ball in was well intercepted. Here once more. Clarkson, that's a tricky ball in, but Groves is there. His time was nearly nicked away from him as well by Hunt. Sorry, Barry.
Northampton started positively, but Andy Side and Lever, who've had a superb game so far, are there again, breaking up play for Grimsby.
That's a Donovan pass that does go astray.
Yeah.
Eggs turning. Plays with his socks rolled down. Makes him look rather inelegant, but he can play, and so can Frayne here. This is a dangerous run from him. Goes for the return and gets in the shot. That's the best move we've seen by a long way from Northampton.
Frayne has done terrific. He's played 2-1-2s there. Look, here he comes. He gets it. He has a look up. He plays a little ball. Goes for the return on his wrong foot. But again, impressed with the keeper, Davison. His handling's been immaculate.
Aidan Davison's been an inspired signing. Last season he was loaned out by Bolton Wanderers to Bradford City, and then he ended up at Grimsby, and he's really become a permanent fixture in the Grimsby side.
Yeah, I think Alan took him on a free transfer at the start of the season. Wonderful signing.
This is that man and Eggs again. He really does battle hard, but McDermott's there with him, stride for stride. Only gives it to Frayne once more. Frayne's ball in, handy side for it, has to be careful, collision, chance here, and it's rattled wide by Hunt, who carried on running, and it was an awkward bounce for Handyside. He could have brought him down as well.
He did. It was tremendous ball by Frayne. He lifted over him. Hunt kept going. Handyside tried to head it. He got a little bit of a luck here. Hunt, but his shot never hit the target. Never caused Davidson any problem at all. But another good move by Northampton.
Chance for Gale to run forward. Oh, you did say in the first half passing was not his forte.
Well, it's not, no.
Might be the last touch.
I don't think it is it?
Yeah, it is. John Gale's the one going off. We got that right. So it'll be David Seal, the top scorer for Northampton this season, with 14 goals.
14.
Well, Grimsby won't be sorry to see him go off because he's a handful, but Seal can be as well. I said the crowd would be over 62,000, and so it is. So it's the best ever crowd for a Division 2 final.
Well, I think that's remarkable when you consider that the average gate at Grimsby is just over 5 and the average gate at Northampton is just over 6.2. How can you get 62,000? Absolutely fantastic.
It's David Seale's first touch, goal kick. There he is.
He'll want to forget that one.
As Barry Fry said, a crowd of over 62,000 for a meeting of Grimsby Town and Northampton is unbelievable. Northampton's ground, Sixfield Stadium, the capacity is only 7,653. So where are their other 35,000 come from today? Here they come now, Clarkson. Smith held off, so it's lifted forward by Sampson. Oh, and Lever's missed it, and Seale might be in, and Davison again comes to Grimsby's rescue. Brave goalkeeping.
It'll take something special to beat him today, that's for sure.
Good ball played in by Sampson to Gale there. Seale rather.
Seale, yeah. Seale and Freestrone have got more mobility than Gale, of course. So, like I say, it could possibly give him a little bit of an edge. But they've still got to beat that man in between the sticks to get back in this game.
And Alan Buckley's response is to warm up Steve Livingston. He had a terrific impact when he came on in the windscreen.
Yeah, I think Nogan will be going off for Steve. I think. Yeah, it's Nogan.
Lee Nogan off. Steve Livingston on.
Steve Livingston's a much bigger lad, isn't he? More presence about him, and he's got some vital goals.
Quite a few, and it's interesting this, that Northampton take off a big man, and Grimsby do exactly the opposite. They bring their big man on. So it's like a game of chess, isn't it? Let's see what happens here.
It's a fascinating contest, we said from word go, didn't we?
I think the two managers are enjoying playing against one another as well, aren't they?
Yeah, without a doubt.
At the moment, Alan Buckley's winning it 1-0. But Northampton are right in this game, make no mistake, and that might be a free kick against Smith. He was induced into that by Clarkson.
Yeah, it was
an
obstruction, no doubt about it. The ball past Smith, was going to cross the ball, and Smithy just stood in his way. But it was a vital interception, really.
The other thing about Northampton is they've got a team of battlers, as Ian Atkins says, and they'll
never give up.
The 90th minute. And now Frayne is going to knock this one over. And
this is their most dangerous.
It's bedlam in that penalty area, and he couldn't quite turn on it, Seale, and it's away by Smith. For Leicester to hold it up well, and he's seen his man, and
brilliant.
Donovan's on the charge, and Donovan could win the match here for Grimsby. He's got to try and beat the keeper from distance. Still Donovan, and he can't make it, he can't force it through. He's still battling for the ball. Down he goes. Northampton escape, and I wonder if that might be the turning point of the game. But hang on a second, because they're still coming with McDermott. With Donovan a second time. A rather tired cross, but there's still an opening for Groves to slip it for Smith. He might go for goal and he'll drive it across, and that's a disappointing end. Grimsby could have in that moment.
Certainly could. It was a great through ball. Here it goes, great through ball. Donovan 8, and if you want a one-to-one with a goalkeeper, mind you, still got a bit of work to do, but you just got a little bit of a bubble there. Good move by Grimsby.
It was a lovely ball from Leicester to release him. You really fancied Donovan. Simpson lifts it up there. Freestone on. And free kick's given. Gallimore. Seale has certainly packed up Northampton in attack.
Yeah. He's got more mobility than Big John Gale, you see.
It's going to be a booking, I think, it's for Tony Gallimore. He was spoken to once in the first half, wasn't he? And,
yeah.
I think the referee's decided that's enough.
It was a bit unfortunate there.
It'll be yellow for Gallimore.
42,000 Northampton supporters trying to suck that ball into that net at the end.
They certainly are. The Northampton fans are all at that end of the ground. And Pearce stands on the ball. You'd fancy Frayne to try and hit it though. No, you won't. It'll be Clarkson who'll chip it. And it's off.
I tell you, they're dangerous.
Yeah,
Dangerous dead balls. They attack the ball. Good defending though. Grimsby stood up, counted in that box and done well.
Yeah, Sampson going for it.
Challenging there. They've got great variation from their dead ball situations.
Here's another one. Frayne with it. Pearce made a run into the net. And it'll be a difficult one, but Burnett got up. No, Handyside it was who got up. Frayne tries a second time. Led by Groves. Further away by Donovan.
Tremendous defending by Grimsby. No matter what number they've got on the shirt, they're all defenders at the moment.
It's hard to say who man of the match would be at the moment. Davison's been outstanding in goal. And Liverpool's side have been tremendous.
Yeah, they have.
And Donovan's been the most creative player on the field. Oh, it's over the top, and Livingston on the edge.
Oh,
Still
good
Livingston.
skill.
Good skill. Can he finish it? Woodman. Oh, it's well, it's a foot wide again.
I tell you what,
He's got a touch
that's
to
a
it
corner.
as well.
He must have got a touch to it.
Lovely touch
He's
here
done
from
well.
Livingston.
He's flicked it over the centre half. He's hit it. No, he's not got a touch to that. Unless it's come off the defender's head. I don't know. Here we go.
Hard to say, isn't it? But anyway,
very
he's
hard
given
to
a
say.
corner. And Northampton will feel aggrieved if Grimsby scored from this. But big man Livingston there with a good touch.
Shows a good bit of skill.
I think David Smith's going to go off now to be replaced by Kingsley Black. Just like Livingston, he came on, and Black scored, of course, in that victory over Bournemouth here 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, I used to see a lot of Kingsley Black when he was at Luton and Forest. He's another player that likes to take you on and get the ball in the box.
It's Donovan with the corner.
Oh.
And the push. It's a bit of anti-climax, really, that. It always strikes me as odd, Barry, that Grimsby don't score more goals than they do, because
No, they've got a lot of talent in their side, haven't they? And they're quite capable of scoring goals from all over the park.
Exactly.
But it don't happen for whatever reason. But thankfully they don't concede many either. And you can see why today if the goalkeeper and the two centre halves or anything would go by, because they've been excellent.
You'll be putting in bids for Peterborough, will you?
I ain't got no money, mate, so they've got no danger.
Here goes Heggs. Done well once more, but he's pulled it back straight to Donovan. Who'll roll it back. Oh, what a mistake! Freestone in! Freestone trying to equalise. Pulled it across the face of goal and dead. But what an irony that Donovan, the man who might win this match for Grimsby, nearly gave it away.
Well, it was the best through ball of the afternoon. Look at that. Keeper's done well to stand up and not fetch him down and all. A lot of panic there. Oh dear.
A lot of hearts in a lot of Grimsby mouths at that moment, I tell you.
Absolutely. But Freestone done very, very well to read that. Bounce on it with his pace. Heartbreaking for Northampton, especially in Atkins there. Look at that. Another substitution. Players are getting very, very tired. It's been a long, long season for them, and
This man's got pace, hasn't he, Ellie Gibb?
yeah, wide right, got a lot of pace.
And it's the veteran defender, Colin Hill. Well, he's made one or two timely interceptions today, but he might just be feeling the pace a little. But it's an interesting switch because it's one of the centre-backs going off.
Well, that's right. He's obviously changed his formation now, and he'll go to a flat back four.
Dermot will forage into a good position. Nudged on for Livingston, but followed by Clarkson, who plays it directly out. That's the sort of pass that happens late in a match.
It is, yeah, and sometimes with tired legs at the back, it catches you out and all. If you've got a fresh pair of legs on, like Northampton have with Seal. Freestone's got pace. Eggs likes to get at you as well.
It's underside for Grimsby, Livingston.
But what's also torn is if Grimsby can keep possession and pass the ball around, Northampton running and chasing shadows.
which is Grimsby's game, isn't it? Oh, that's a
well
free
played.
kick. Yeah, he played well for that, didn't he, Leicester? He's a young lad, but he's got an old head on him.
He's got something about him. He has. He's impressed me. He's not always come off with what he's tried to do, but he's impressed me.
Jack Leicester was loaned to Doncaster Rovers last season.
He really
has
for us all.
Black's got it up there to him. Bit of a scramble, and again a tired attempted clearance there from Peer.
Yeah, we keep saying it, there's a lot of tired legs out there, but a lot of them playing from memory, and there's so much at stake that they will be. But he's still got a little bit of pace left, Leicester.
Yeah, and he'll look to take on Clarkson, and he'll lift a cross ball in. Just high for Burnett. Here comes Donovan though. An instinctive cross back in towards Livingston.
That's a great cross.
And I think the referee's given a push anyway, but it was a lead cross on the run from Donovan.
Certainly was. Good move, cross from the left, went right across, and then across from the right. But his header just went wide. Oh, here we go, Donovan, good cross on the run. I think he's holding him off, he's not able to get an header in there at all. But it's off target.
It is a very cruel way for a season's work to be decided, but it's compelling viewing.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I think the playoffs have been brilliant because, you know, with the last 3 months, you can put a run together from below halfway and still make it. So I think the interest is there for many, many teams.
Believe it or not, Grimsby didn't win any of their first 6 league games this season. You wouldn't have backed them then. They had a terrific run round about Christmas, either side of Christmas. That's what did the trick for them.
To be fair, early on in the season, David Pleat, who was then manager of Sheffield Wednesday, told me to back Grimsby. He thought they was an excellent footballing side.
I'm afraid they cost him his job
in
the Coca-Cola Cup, beating Sheffield Wednesday.
Completely outplayed them, didn't they?
Just kept in. That's all that matters. Grimsby trying to pass this ball around and to tire out Northampton, and Leicester holds it out very nicely again. Well, this is good from Grimsby's point of view. Northampton just can't get out of that area of the field at the moment.
No, now they know the minutes are ticking away, and mind they've scored a lot of late goals, Northampton, so they'll keep going to the end of the game, that's for sure.
Burnett takes it again from Livingston. And he's in there once more. This time they do emerge to Northampton with the ball, and it's a dangerous one. Gallimore must control this situation. Lever. Every time the ball has been up on the edge of that penalty area, you've said either lever or handy side.
Yeah, they have been truly magnificent.
Leicester has held off Warburton very well indeed, and he's taken them on, and he's still here.
Oh,
is he tripped?
penalty.
It's a penalty for Grimsby. Jack Leicester has won it out of Ray Warburton's trip, and this must be the opening for Grimsby to win back their first division place.
Well, the thing about Leicester, he keeps on taking you on. He's took him on there. Got fetched down. He's come inside. He's done trippy. He's tried to take him on all the game. He's a bit unfortunate there, I think.
Yeah, Warburton, but Jack Leicester has won that penalty. And now then it's Kevin
our
Donovan.
man, isn't it?
Is it Donovan's day? No, it isn't. It's Woodman's day, and the match is kept alive by Andy Woodman, and the Northampton fans are jubilant. Alan Buckley can't believe it. Donovan has converted 5 penalties this season, but the one that mattered most of all, the keeper has read superbly. And it's a top-class save.
It's a good. He comes up, strikes it. It's a good save, but it's at the right height, really.
There were 13 minutes to go when that happened. Well, it's still a Grimsby corner, but what an opening that was. Grimsby were almost home and dry. Northampton will really feel that they can prosper from that. Well, let's see what happens from Donovan's corner kick. Is there another twist to the story from this? In goes Livingston, and it's kicked away by Gibb, almost off the line. Donovan again will try and make amends with the ball in, and it's another corner. Well, it's all singing and all dancing in that Northampton penalty area at the moment.
Absolutely, but Donovan could have made it all over. Donovan, couldn't he? And to be fair, out of everybody, you'd want him to take the penalty, but he didn't really blast it, he put it at a good height for the goalie.
He did. Now then, is this a good height for a defender? No, but it'll come to McDermott. Donovan again. Still all about Grimsby's attack and Northampton's defence. Burnett. Well, they're controlling the football. We mustn't let that penalty miss upset them, of course.
No. Of course, it'll give Northampton a great lift. Good save by the keeper. Sometimes things like that inspire you to go on and pull games out of the fire.
Gallimore's got it up there this time. Northampton at last seem to get the ball and move forward with it. For their supporters it will seem that way, but they've conceded possession once more. It's McDermott's turn now. Burnett. Grimsby still passing that ball around, and it's hard to get it from them. Well, they don't appear to have been rattled by it, and here goes Donovan once more.
Another player, and it's great to see.
Well, they're the better side in terms of footballing ability.
No question about that.
But Andy Woodman there has served Northampton Town supremely well with that save. Without disrespect to Northampton, though, I think that you'd feel that Grimsby could live at a higher level, when Northampton would find it very hard. And surely knocked back this time for Groves! Well, it rattled the underside of the bar on the net. He hit it too fiercely. Burnett now. Grimsby should have had this match sewn up in the last few minutes.
Without a doubt. A different class.
Donovan into the area once more. Mistakes happening all over now. Well, Paul Groves should have wrapped it up that time, after the keeper made the first stop.
Like you said, John, earlier, you asked me the question. You can't understand why Grimsby don't score more goals. They create openings right, left, centre, you know, and yet, unfortunately, they don't score enough goals. But you can't fault their approach play in any way, shape or form.
Well, it's laid back by Kingsley, but you've
really
really got to
strikes
fancy
at the underside of the bar.
It wasn't even a Jeff Hurst, was it?
No, unfortunately, no.
There are just so many big matches in the First Division these days.
Exactly
No,
right.
it's a dangerous one.
Over.
It certainly isn't, and there might be something here for Peer, and there's his shot. Davison, I think, might have carried that over the line. He has. It's a corner kick for Northampton. No way is this match over. Dean Peer, it's his first opening.
It's a good strike. It's a good strike.
He's going wide, but
I think the keeper felt he was going wide, and then in the last minute just grabbed it.
And Northampton have scored a lot of late goals, as Barry Fry said earlier. And we're in the 88th minute at Wembley, and they badly need a goal. And Davison, he's not got there. It's hooked wide. What an opening! And Northampton may not get a better one than that spurned by Dean Peer there. Dangerous corner kick, and Davison for once doesn't get there. Headed back in by Warburton, hooked wide by Peer.
It's all over.
It is indeed all over. Grimsby Town have reclaimed the First Division place that they lost last year, and they've deserved it thoroughly, with a first half goal from Kevin Donovan, who could have sewn it all up with a second half penalty. He missed, and there were agonising minutes to withstand after that. But those Grimsby fans know that ahead for them next season lie confrontations with the likes of Wolverhampton Wanderers and Queen's Park Rangers, Bradford, Sheffield United, Huddersfield. Some terrific matches in prospect for them, and Barnsley, of course, as well. Northampton's first ever game in the Football League was against Grimsby in 1920, and Grimsby beat them that day, just as they've beaten them at Wembley. A final thought, Barry Fry.
Well, I think the best side won, there's no question about it. Grimsby played the better football, thoroughly deserved to win the game. Alan Buckley's had, and everybody connected with Grimsby's had a marvellous season. Congratulations to all of them, but also congratulations to Ian Atkins, who's done a marvellous, miraculous job in doing what he's done to Northampton, and they can all go home very, very proud of what they've done and what their contribution's been to this playoff final.
And today belongs to Alan Buckley, to John Cockrell and to all those Grimsby players down there. They finished third in the table behind Watford and Bristol City, and now they go up to the First Division with them. Well, we're going to take a short break now, but we'll be back with the presentation of the trophy and reaction from both camps after the break. It was Grimsby Town's 68th match of the season. It was their most important. But there were no tired legs down there, and what a proud moment this for Paul Groves, the captain of Grimsby Town, who climbs these stairs for the second time in 5 weeks. Then he lifted the auto windscreen shield. Now on Grimsby Town's second visit to Wembley, to the famous Twin Towers, he comes to lift the trophy that means that Grimsby will play First Division football again next season. And it's a wonderful achievement for Alan Buckley. And Paul Groves receives the trophy from Mr. Alistair Dales, the Executive Director of Nationwide. Grimsby Town are back in Division 1. And Aidan Davison and Alan Buckley join in the celebrations here of a job well done. Davison was magnificent. What a day for John McDermott. 11 years at the club, and here's the goal scorer, Kevin Donovan. Jack Lester was full of running all afternoon. Steve Livingston, Lee Nogan, David Smith, and now in his testimonial season, Mark Lever, 2 appearances at Grimsby. Who wrote that script for him? Tony Gallimore and the outstanding Peter Handyside, Kingsley Black. They all want to show off the trophy. What a season it's been for Wayne Burnett since he left Huddersfield Town. Kevin Jobling, the substitute who didn't get on today, but has played his part throughout a memorable campaign. And these are joyous moments, Barry, for players. You know, this is what the career's about.
Absolutely fantastic. 62,000, magnificent atmosphere, and going up there to get the cup, to get the medals. Most important thing, this is better than the cup final. Getting back to the First Division. Wonderful.
But for the losers, there is no consolation.
No, there's not. Such disappointment. Tremendous turnout from Northampton, 42,000.
You seemed hell-bent on your own version of the good, the bad and the ugly there. We'll start with the good. Very similar to the goal against Fulham in some respects.
That's right, yeah, the keeper was doing well. He wasn't falling down, he took the time to get down. Eventually he fell down and looked for me, I could just put it past him.
Then the bad, your heart must have been in your mouth with the short back pass.
That's right, yeah, I just thought I'd give the crowd a bit of excitement. But I knew he'd pull one off. I think it's got me out of jail a little bit today.
And then the penalty miss.
That's a good save.
But overall well played, you must have enjoyed it.
Great day, great occasion again for the fans and everybody who's in Grimsby who couldn't make it down. Tremendous.
Aidan, if we can bring you in here, your 31st clean sheet. Again, you must be so happy.
Delighted. I don't know where I am yet though, my head hasn't cleared. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that. Can't ask for any more.
Now, you've mentioned the fact that your performances for Bradford helped Grimsby go down last season. Do you think the fans will now forgive you?
I think so. I don't think too many knew that at the time, but I don't mind telling them now, because I think I've made up for it.
To be fair, we had 2 or 3 occasions where we could have sold the game up, you know, sort of before that period. But I'll tell you something, anybody that enjoys playoffs doesn't see the clock get to 90 minutes and the referee signals 6 to go. Because those 6 minutes were very, very long.
I bet they were. But Northampton, they did play pretty well in long periods, but you seem to play the better football most of the time.
Well, I think they make things very difficult for the teams to play against. They get lots of balls in the box, you know. They've got some good players. I thought they played really well today. They've made us work every inch of the way, for sure.
What was your view of the goal? A good one from your point of view, but probably a bad one to concede from Northampton.
Well, we kept it a bit, and then it came to Wayne Burnett sort of maybe 40 yards out, and he played a pass with the outside of his boot and found Kevin. He's not one to miss in those situations. Fortunately, he took it wide of the goalkeeper and rolled it in.
That's right, he had a very cool head there. Would have been easy to hit it first time and maybe miss, but he had the wherewithal to stand back and do it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a good footballer. He's a quality player and a good footballer. A good mental attitude. And I don't think Kevin's ever going to miss.
The thing that we probably lacked was that little bit of quality in the last third and around the penalty area when you've got to really make something happen, or you needed a quality ball in the box. And fair play to their goalie, he come for everything and he caught it. One or two he dropped, but we weren't alert enough around. But we know we've had a little problem there all season. The lads have been brilliant up there. But we lack that little bit of quality, and hopefully we can address that next season.
Alan brought 4 or 5 new players in, and it took time to bed down. And once they got settled in, around about Christmas time, we had a magnificent Coca-Cola Cup run, a magnificent FA Cup, and of course the auto windscreen was the icing on the cake. So it's been a magnificent season. You can hear how the lads are enjoying the day as well.
Is it fair to say this has been Grimsby Town's best ever season?
Well, it's the first time in 120 years we've been to Wembley, and I cannot think of a season. I've been supporting Grimsby since 1946, and I can't think of a better season than this, and I'm very proud. I'm proud for Grimsby and for the supporters and for the team, and Alan Buckley in particular.
These are phenomenal scenes for Grimsby Town. It's been a season encapsulating 68 unbelievable matches. They've been to Wembley twice, they've won the Auto Windscreen Shield, and now they've won their back to Division 1. Delirious scenes for the supporters, fantastic achievement for the players and for Alan Buckley. And to Division 1, Grimsby Town go back, and they're welcome back as well. Well done, Grimsby.
So 2 trips to Wembley in 5 weeks, 2 straight wins for Grimsby Town, and they move straight back into the First Division to take their place alongside our other Yorkshire teams, Barnsley, Bradford, Huddersfield and Sheffield United. That's it for the domestic soccer season on Yorkshire Television, but there's plenty more footballing action coming up. On Thursday night we have a Q&A special called Trading Places, following the fortunes of Doncaster Rovers and Halifax Town this season. And of course, in just a couple of weeks the World Cup gets underway. There's plenty of live action coming up for you on Channel 3. But how appropriate we should end this season with Grimsby Town, who've undoubtedly had their best year in 120 years of footballing history. Good night.